So this is something I'd known about for a little while. I did not know how cool these look though in person. And what's really weird is this. Okay, so first of all, this is a toy line that I found, I believe, at Dollar Store, Dollar General, something like that. Or it may have been Family Dollar. It was one of them. But I know I've seen it a couple of different ones. Has an $8 price tag on it. And this is a sticker, so it looks like the area that sells it, you know, basically makes up the rules on that. There isn't a lot to it. It does have batteries in it, which I didn't, and a try me aspect. I'll show you that here in just a minute. But I want to bring something up here. This is an $8 toy, okay? And it is very robust. Ratcheted joint on the tail. It's got a swiveling tank turret up here on top. And as you notice, it's got some see-through stuff. And there's a button here. Speaker on this side. So what happens when I push this? Let me dim the lights here a little bit. Turn around so you can hear it on this side. Pretty cool, right? All right, go back up to my full light. So, this is really cool. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Get my trusty razor out here and see if I can get this thing opened up real quick. Okay, the good thing is there's just these little twisty knobs down here. Let me see, am I twisting this the right way? Oh, I'm totally twisting it the wrong way. There's one, and then the other one. Nice recyclable package. Oh, there's some heft to it. Not a lot. It's nice though. I love this thing so much. Tell me, guys, tell me this doesn't remind you of a combination of something from the Zoids line, or especially it was the 90s versions of Zoids and even the modern ones right now that kind of have this look to it. But there's also very much a Star Wars and Rats kind of feel to it. The coloration definitely reminds me of that. Rats being the UK variant of the Star Wars line, for those of you that don't know. But a lot of this biomechanical stuff reminds me of Deadeye. And I love that. I picked up immediately when I saw that. I was like, this is insane. Now for safety protocol points, this is very rubbery. So that's not hard. That's nice. It also means it's not going to break off. This is a really rather robust. This is not gummy. This is nice and on there. There are no other points of articulation. I don't care. It has wheels that roll. That's really cool. The gun turret that turns. And then the light up feature here, which is just freaking rad. The detail on this is amazing. Looks like it takes button cell batteries down here on the bottom. 2 of them. And yeah, he rolls really nice. That's really great. I love this, and I am going to add this to my Star Wars collection. Stuff like this I love finding because I want to believe that somewhere there was a toy designer that just loved this aesthetic and wanted to do something with it. I mean, everything just is a callback, especially in my mind, to the Star Wars line. And I know that the Star Wars line was an offshoot of the Zoid line. And the other really cool thing, it's a little frustrating though, so I'm going to have to try and find these things. Evidently, these come in, of course they do, different colorways. There is a green Velociraptor out there that now I'm going to have to try and track down. And the crazy thing is, with a lot of these more affordable, I hate to call them cheaper, because this is not cheaply made. It's not like back in the day. Like, that is quality. That's just, I accidentally pushed the button. That is some quality stuff on there. And the fact that the overall design aesthetic and everything is done so well, and I'm sorry, just a ratcheting aspect on that just impresses the hell out of me. On that one joint that they do have, if you're not counting the gun turret, which is really on there. That's not removable. It looks great. The fact that this sort of thing can be made for $8. I mean, no hate, Super 7, but how are you putting out, you know, 4 and 5 point articulation action figures and wanting to charge me $20 for them? And I say that as a fan of Super 7. I have quite a few of their products and pieces, and not just them, but others. NECA, Mattel, what are you guys doing? How is this happening? Okay. And I can give you a really good example here. There is one I got today that was not that much difference in price. Or actually, I'm sorry, not that much difference in functionality. The Styracosaurus. Okay, now I'm a huge fan of like the JP dinosaur line, right? A little bit smaller. And you're going to pay probably 12 bucks for this. Depending on the Target, depending on the Walmart you might find this in. It has one bit of action feature, which is just the tail. It is an official Jurassic Park figure, and that's, I mean, he like, surprisingly, they gave this guy shoulder joints, which I'm not really sure why when there's no joint action back here for that, except for this, which this is a ratcheting joint. That's nice. But these are extremely hard. I keep feeling I'm going to snap the peg on this one. Now, this is a much denser plastic, and it has a hollow-like feel. I know there's a mechanism in here that when you're pulling back on that, so there is that going through there. But comparatively, these two really have no difference in weight size, and I'm paying $4 more for this. Is there more paint deco? Maybe. I could argue that, you know, on the mouth, on the body, that sort of thing. This is a much larger toy company, though, with a much bigger pocketbook, I would imagine, than this company. This is Happy Kid. I'll show you the logo. Right there. And so Happy Kid toy is definitely impressing me with this. While this has no noise and a little bit of an action feature. And technically, you could say this is the action feature, as is the swinging tail. So this raises a lot of questions for me on, like, what is really happening in the toy industry that they want to keep marking this up. I mean, I'm not an idiot. I understand. They're trying to make money. They're big companies. There's got to be a point, though, where, you know, I question what I'm collecting. I love this. Don't get me wrong. I love the JP line, and I am collecting what I can because it's another one of those lines, kind of like Indiana Jones, that, you know, they get toys sporadically when movies come out, and they tend to drown us in dinosaurs. I really wish they would release more figures. But even those can be overpriced. And then you get something like this that is so ridiculously cool and is a callback to 80s, 90s sort of toys. Something like this is not out of line for a lot of things that were around back then, not just Zoids and Star-Lord. This could easily fit into the sort of industrial sort of aesthetics that worked for RoboForce, that worked for a lot of other things. This is not that dissimilar from some of the aesthetics of GoBots or Transformers in regard to how it looks overall. But yeah, this was a great find. I'm really happy I got it.